everyone, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me. So for today's video I thought we would do a reading my TBR. So I'm actually filming this ahead of time. I did film an intro clip at the start and I don't know if anyone else gets like this, but sometimes I film something and then I watch it back and I'm like, no, like I feel like I just wasn't vibing with it. So I'm just quickly going to redo it, but we're currently reading my TBR. That is like my autumn / physical TBR. I'm trying to stick to my autumn TBR where I can, but I'm also a mood reader, so if something isn't calling my name, it doesn't appeal to me, I'm going to read something that I want to at the time. So yeah, I thought I would take you guys along with me. I had 6 books on my TBR for this month. I did do a TBR jar prompt video, so that will be somewhere if you are interested to know which books they are, but you will see which ones I've picked throughout this video. So yeah, I hope you enjoy and you will see me reading some of these books very shortly. I thought I would quickly update because it's now Tuesday. It is Tuesday and I didn't update at all yesterday. I don't know if I got any clips on Sunday, but I think I did. Anyway, I thought I'd update on where I am because I actually finished Ninth House. I finished that on Monday evening, so yesterday evening, and I rated it a 4 stars. I actually don't have the physical book with me. It's on a bookshelf in the outhouse where I live. I've got like a different bookcase over there, so I don't actually have it with me, but I really enjoyed it. I rated it a 4 stars and I feel like, so Ninth House for me was a 5 star, Hellbent was a 4 star, and it didn't hit 5 stars for me because I don't know if it was me and the time I read it, but like the pacing for me felt a lot slower. There was still stuff going on, but I felt like a lot more happened in Ninth House, a lot quicker, and I felt like much more drive to read it, whereas this one I was enjoying it. I read it within like 3 days. I read it quite quick and I did really enjoy it, but I just felt like there were parts where I kind of was a bit like, can we just get to it now? Like, can we get to it? But I'm very excited for book 3. I don't know when that's coming out. I don't think there's any release date. I don't think there's any talk about it, but when that comes out, like, I can't wait because I feel like it will be really, really good based off of like how the second one ends. Obviously I'm not going to go into anything plot-wise. If you don't know anything about the Ninth House duology, I don't know what the duology is called. I'm just calling it the Ninth House duology, and that is incorrect because it's actually a trilogy. But it basically is like dark academia set in Yale. There are ghosts, there are demons, there's magic. It's so interesting and it's unlike anything I've really ever read. So if that's your vibe, I would highly, highly recommend. Anyway, on to what I'm currently reading. I did then pick up How to End a Love Story, which is another one on my TBR for this month, so I'm doing very well. I did think for a second when I was trying to pick what book I'd read next. I was so close to just picking something else. I was like, I just don't know if I want to pick something off my TBR, but I'm really glad I did because this one I stopped mid-chapter, but this one I'm 157 pages in. I literally started this yesterday evening, and when I say started, I think I read like a chapter. So I've pretty much read majority of this, which is, I'm nearly halfway today. And number one, how floppy, like so easy to read. And I will say at the start, I wasn't sold. I was a bit like, not really caring, don't really care. But towards like maybe the 100-page mark, I started to get a bit more interested, and I kind of am a bit more sold on the 2 main characters. So it basically follows, quick brief overview. I haven't even read the back of this. I like to go in blind, but a little overview is it basically follows Helen, who her sister tragically jumps in front of a car when she's very young, like when they're in school, and basically commits suicide by jumping in front of this guy's car from her school. And you start off, the first chapter is literally her at her sister's funeral, and the guy who was driving the car is called Grant, and he turns up at the funeral, and you can tell there's a lot of animosity there. Obviously, like, he's the one that drove the car that killed her sister. Even if she jumped in front of it, you're not going to have a good, like, relationship together. Anyway, so then it jumps forward, I think about 13-15 years. I think it is 13 years. And Helen is now a very successful author, and one of her book series is being turned into a TV series. And she's landed in LA, and she's like meeting with all the writers that are going to help and work alongside her in producing who's going to help her work with the adaptation into a TV show. And one of those writers is Grant, the guy who drove the car and killed her sister. This all happens within the first like 3 chapters, so there's no spoiling it. I'm pretty sure, yeah, like it says it on the back. So that's kind of what we're working with. I'm not going to go too much into it again because I just hate giving things away. I don't want to ruin anyone else's experience, but that's kind of like the premise of the book. So we're following Helen and Grant. They've obviously been forced together in this work environment. No one else really knows like their back history, and they're trying to be civil, but Helen is very uptight. She's not very easygoing. She's quite strict and like, sorry, the lighting is really annoying because of the TV. I'm gonna try like stop that. I don't know how you stop that. Will that stop it? It was bugging me, so I'm sure it might be bugging you. I really apologise for that. But anyway, so yeah, it follows them, and what was my train of thought? Sorry, yes, Helen is basically like, as I said, uptight. Doesn't really know how to like let loose, is quite serious. Obviously the book is like her baby, and she doesn't take people's opinions in like how to change and modify the book into the series very well. And Grant is one of those people that's like gets on with everyone, not really life of the party, but like flirty banter. Like he has like a really good relationship with people. He's very good with people. He's a big like people person, whereas obviously Helen is not, and that sort of grates on her quite a bit at the start. And then you sort of see like how their relationship develops. But as I said, I'm currently just under halfway, and I am enjoying it. I feel like at the start, as I said, I wasn't sold. I was a bit like, yeah, like it's okay, it's fine, but I am definitely getting more into it now. So I'm excited to carry on with this. I'm gonna read some more this evening. It's like 8:30, so that is my plan. I'm actually gonna go shower and then read some in bed because it is so hot in the UK right now. It's like 30 degrees, which is hot for here, and we obviously don't have aircon or anything. And I've just been doing my course, this like book editor course that I'm doing. So I just had like a live session this evening, and now I've like done a whole day at work. I've done my course. I'm like, I just need to shower, get into bed, read this, because I do really want to know what is going to happen next. And yeah, I really hope I love this, because so far I'm enjoying it more than I probably thought I would, and I've been putting this one off for a while, so fingers crossed it stays in the direction it's going. But anyway, that's sort of my check-in, and yeah, I will probably check in with you guys once I've read a bit more. Hello, I thought I would quickly update. Please ignore the state of me. I've just done my skincare, so I kind of look very, very shiny right now, and I'm actually about to go out and see a few of my friends. So I thought I'd quickly do a very quick update on how to end a love story. I completely forgot what it was called. We currently only have this much left of the book. I'm on page 255, so I feel like we'll definitely finish this. We've got just over 100 pages left. I feel like we'll definitely finish this tomorrow. I'm hoping to come back and read some more tonight, but as I said, I am about to go out, so kind of had to put a pause on it. I did read some of this during my lunch break, and I am still enjoying it. Let me say, this is spicier than I thought. I don't know why, I thought it wouldn't be spicy. I don't know, it just didn't occur to me, but this is spicier than I thought. It's not crazy, but in the most recent chapters there's been quite a few different spice scenes, so that kind of was like, oh, okay. Didn't expect it, but not going to complain. So yeah, I have just over 100 pages, and I feel like something has to happen, because so far we've sort of like seen them working together, building a relationship together, like managing working together, and sort of like seeing how their relationship develops within work and outside of work, all those kind of things. But like not much is really happening in sense of like, I want to say plot, but it's like, it's obviously a contemporary romance, so like plot wise it's just the two of them. But like yeah, I just feel like nothing's really happened within the last, I want to say like 10 chapters. I feel like it's quite rinse and repeat, so it's not bored me, but I'm just a bit like, okay, when is something going to happen? And I feel like something will happen, but what and when I could not tell you. But I am enjoying it. I feel like currently, if you wanted to know rating thoughts, I would feel like I'm currently sat at like a 3.5. I don't know what would have to happen for me to hit a 4. I feel like that's probably where I'm going to end up based on what I've read so far, but you never know. So maybe it will hit a 4-star, I don't know. But currently I am enjoying it. It's good. I'm not having any issues, but I'm just a bit like, okay, it's nothing revolutionary, if you know what I mean. But anyway, so I'm about to go out. I just thought I'd quickly update. Sorry, this vlog is probably a bit everywhere. But yeah, so far I'm enjoying it. I'm hoping something happens. I'm hoping like it kind of picks up. And yeah, hopefully I'll be back with more thoughts soon. Hello everyone, so I thought I would give you an update. I've actually really failed at updating you throughout this reading vlog because I finished How to End a Love Story on, I want to say Thursday. I think I finished it on Thursday morning. So, was it Thursday? Yeah, Thursday morning I finished How to End a Love Story, which I rated, I believe, 3.5. I really did enjoy it, but it just wasn't quite my favourite book. I think I said, but like at the start I wasn't really very invested, and then towards the middle I became a lot more invested and I was like, okay, I think it's picking up, I'm kind of interested now. And then I felt like it just kind of fell off and it was quite slow, and at the end everything was quite rushed. It felt like the pacing was just slightly off for me, and although I did enjoy parts of it, there were other parts of it where I was just a bit like, do we really need this? Like, we're dragging out a bit. When are we going to get to the end, like to another sort of plot point? And then when we got there I was just a bit like, okay. So anyway, I finished that on Thursday morning, and then I picked up Hidden Pictures by Jason, I have no idea how to pronounce his last name, but I picked up this one on Thursday. It's currently Saturday and I've actually finished it, and I don't have any footage of me reading this because I started it Thursday when I was at work, and then I had my course in the evening on Thursday. Friday I had work, and then I was out in the evening, so I pretty much just didn't really have time to give an update. And also I was so consumed by this book that it didn't even cross my mind, if I'm honest. Like, I was just having such a good time reading it. So I rated this one a 4 stars. If you are unsure of what this one is, this is a thriller. Actually, it's not on my August TBR, but it's on my physical TBR, so I feel like that's fine. I feel like I needed a thriller. I hadn't read one in a while, and bouncing from like fantasy to romance back and forth, I kind of felt like I needed something just to switch the pace a little bit. So I picked up this one because I'd heard really good things, and my sister also recommended this one to me, and I really enjoyed it. I rated it a 4 star, and it was just so fun. If you want like a really good thriller, and you did, well, speaking myself, I did not see the plot twist coming. So it basically follows, just a quick overview on this one, it basically follows a girl called, sorry, truck's driving past. Basically follows a girl called Mallory, and she's an ex-drug addict, and she basically goes for an interview to be this family's nanny and look after their 5-year-old boy over the summer until he starts kindergarten. And she really wants the job because obviously she's a recovering addict and she wants to like get a job, get some money, get back into society. I think she's been sober for about 18 months or 16 months, somewhere around there. So she goes for this interview and she ends up getting the job, but there's just a few things that are like a bit creepy, and one of the main things is that the little boy that she's obviously looking after, he never used to draw growing up, and then as soon as they move into this new house he starts drawing all the time. And some of the drawings are very, what's the right term? Freaky is probably the right term. And there's like ones that are like this, that's like fine, like a little rabbit. You know, there's some nice drawings, but she basically finds out that he has this invisible friend called Anya, and he'll sometimes draw him and Anya together. For instance, just to show you like one photo, that is him with Anya. So it is quite freaky, and I will say when I was reading this like before bed, I was like, do I want to read this right now? Because this is kind of freaking me out. So I would say if you don't like that kind of stuff, I don't really want to go into like, I'm not going to go into the plot or anything, but if those photos kind of put you off, maybe it's not the book for you. But if you do enjoy a thriller that's fast paced and very, very gripping, I would highly recommend. So that is what I've just read. So I finished How to End a Love Story and I finished Hidden Pictures, and I'm now on another one that actually isn't on my physical TBR, and it isn't on my August TBR, but I've been wanting to read it for so long, and everything on my physical TBR right now is just not like screaming at me, and I don't want to get into a point where I'm not enjoying what I'm reading. So for that purpose, I've actually started Nocticadia. That is right. Yeah, Nocticadia by Kerry Lake. I read Anathema last December and I absolutely loved it. It was 5 stars. I thought it was so good, and I've had my eye on this one for a very long time, so I thought what better time just to pick it up. And I feel like, I mean it's August, but I'm like, I'm ready for spooky season, I'm ready for autumn, so I feel like this is just, I feel like she nails dark kind of gothic fantasy, so I'm really intrigued. I actually don't know what this one is about, and I'm literally on, hold on, let me just double check. I'm literally on chapter 2, so I've only read a chapter, but so far I'm enjoying it. Obviously I don't know much about it, I don't know the actual like synopsis or premise of the book, so if I quickly pull it up. God, it's a long one. Okay, so if you wanted to know what Nocticadia is about, it basically says on Goodreads, a dark atmospheric tale of deadly secrets and forbidden love. I don't know what that says. Mortio vivos docet? Oh god, I really should know how to read that. Anyway, it says the dead teaching the living. Okay, the dead teaching the living. So it says, after watching my mother succumb to a mysterious illness, I promised myself 2 things. I would find the cure of whatever ravaged her and leave the godforsaken city where she abandoned me. 4 years later, I received an acceptance letter from Dracadia University, one of the oldest, most prestigious schools in the country. Nestled on a secluded island off the coast of Maine, it's rumoured to be haunted by the souls of the mental patients exiled there centuries before. Those whose bones are said to make up the island's white sandy shores and restless ghosts aren't even its most daunting peculiarity. Deverick Bramwell, I think it's Deverick. Deverick Bramwell, known on campus as Dr. Death, is a brilliant pathologist in charge of the Midnight Lab. He's also my devastatingly handsome professor who seems to loathe tenacious first years like me, except his dark and enigmatic gaze tells me all the ways he'd devour me if given the chance, and his stolen kisses burn my lips with forbidden jealousy. I crave his authority, he aches for redemption, together we're toxic, delicious fodder for the prying eyes hell-bent on exhuming the rotten skeletons of our past. For the dead have much to teach, and it's only a matter of time before Dracadia's most deprived secret is resurrected. Nocticadia is a standalone dark academia gothic romance. That felt like a mouthful. But that's basically the premise. So yeah, dark academia, gothic fantasy. They're like my favourite things. So yeah, I'm really, really excited for this. So I will keep you updated. Obviously this isn't a physical book that I own on my TBR, so it kind of goes against this whole video, but I'm a big mood reader, and if something's not calling my name, if I'm not feeling the vibe, I will just pick something that is calling my name, and this was it. So yeah, hopefully I will stay updated on this one and I will do much better, and yeah, we'll see how this goes. So I thought I would quickly update on what am I reading again? Nocticadia, because I know I've only just started it and I'm literally, oh my god, I'm literally 8% in, but so far I'm very much enjoying it. I'm actually about to shower, put a face mask on. It's Sunday evening, so I feel like I just need to have a chilled one. What time is it? I think it's just after 7. Yeah, it's literally 7:15. It's literally 7:15 right now. So I really want to just spend some time binging this book because I picked it up yesterday and I've been sort of like in and out, reading like a chapter and then putting it down, getting stuff done, reading a chapter, putting it down, getting stuff done. So today I've not really had a chance to do much with it. So I just really want to get some like proper good reading in, because currently where I am in the story, what the hell? This is not a spoiler because it is in the synopsis that I read, but we've basically got to the point where she's been invited to go and study at Takedown, the university. So we're kind of at that point. So I feel like we're at the point where it's gonna start getting crazy. Not crazy, but like things are gonna start to fall into place. We're gonna meet the MMC. So this is about to get really gripping. So there are currently books all over my floor. So I need to tidy up a little bit. And I've been doing a bit more filming and editing today for a different video, so if I've got everything else done, I do need to do some work for my course, but I'm gonna probably do that tomorrow and just spend the rest of this evening, binging a bit of this because I just need to sit and binge a book. However, I did actually pick up some new books. When I went into Cambridge today, I went to Waterstones and I picked up 4 new books, so I'm gonna quickly grab those. One sec, and then I'll show you what I got. Right, I feel like I'm sat in the most awkward way to show you this, but I can't, my tripod's set at a certain height and I can't be bothered to move it. So the first book I got is Wisteria, which is the 3rd and final book in the Belladonna trilogy, which I really enjoyed, so I'm really hoping I enjoy this one. Also, how cute is that cover? Then I got The God of the Woods, because I've heard a lot of people talk about this. I think Madison Kate is the one that I've heard rave about this and say it was really, really good. I really hope I'm not mistaken. I feel like I've seen her read it and rate it very highly. So I picked up this one because it was buy one get one half price. And let me say, number one, the font is quite small and this is a lot longer than I thought. This is like 400 pages. I don't know why, I thought this was like 300. So I've got that one, but I feel like this is a good one for autumn time because at the front it says 1 family, 2 missing children, a mystery that won't stay buried. I actually don't know what this is about at all, but I'm excited. Then another buy one get one half price, I got The Sleepwalkers. My friend said that apparently this is really good and it's very short. I needed another one on buy one get one half price and none of the other options were really calling my name, and this is a much bigger font, really short. I think it's about a couple that go to like an exclusive hotel in Greek, an exclusive like idyllic hotel in Greece, and there's like this really well-known tragic accident that happened where 2 people walked into the sea and died, but I feel like things come to light about the situation and like what really happened. So I think this is like a thriller mystery kind of thing. No idea. Then lastly I picked up Glow of the Everflame. Firstly, I did not realise how big this book is, but I'm really excited for this because I really enjoyed Spark of the Everflame, which I read probably like a month or so ago. Sorry, I just need to, there we go. I've got another video uploading right now. So anyway, yeah, I picked up this one because I did enjoy Spark of the Everflame. I think I rated it like 3.75. It wasn't my favourite, I feel like it was quite predictable, but I feel like that one ended really well and strong, and so I feel like it sets this one up. And this one is a brick, I did not realise, because it is so much bigger. How many pages is this? Like nearly 600 pages. And the other one was like 400, so what is going on in there? And then I also picked up another new bookmark. I mean, I have the hundreds of them, but this one is hilarious. It says, I still like to read fairy tales, they just got dirtier. And I was like, yeah, put it in my basket. And then I also picked up this biodance, don't know. Oh, one of these face masks from like this Korean skincare shop, and it's a real deep mask. It says it's soothing, moisturising and nourishing. So that's my plan for the night. I'm gonna quickly shower, take makeup off, put that mask on, get into bed, and hopefully read a bit more of Nocticadia, because I feel like I'm gonna really enjoy it. I just need to kind of get into it, and I'm a big, what's the right word? I'm a big advocate, and I say this to everyone, a lot of books you need to read like the first 100 pages in one go if you can. Obviously, no, that's not always the case. I feel like that's more based on fantasy than contemporary romance, but I always say I personally find that when I struggle to connect, it's because I'm picking up a book and putting it down, picking it up, putting it down. I don't sit and binge enough for me to like build the connection to it. So that's kind of what I want to do, because as I said, I've been picking this up and putting it down a lot the last like 2 days, well, day. So I'm excited. So anyway, that's my update. And yeah, hopefully when I next speak to you, I'll have made a bit more of a dent and I can give you some thoughts and feelings on this. Hello everyone, so I thought I would give a quick update because when was the last time I spoke to you? Maybe on Monday? No, it must have been Sunday evening. I think it was Sunday evening when I last checked in on where I am with Nocticadia. Since then, it is now Tuesday. I actually don't know the percentage or page number because I have started listening to it on audiobook. So I actually am near the end. I'm on chapter 69 or 70, I believe, somewhere around there. So I love Play a Lot. Oh my gosh, sorry. Playing everyone's TikToks. So yeah, I'm actually near the end. I think I've got about 3 or 4 chapters left. So I do plan to finish that tonight. I did end up moving to the audiobook because I love a gothic fantasy. Like, that's one of my favourite genres. That's one of my favourite things. If it's dark academia, gothic, fantasy, whatever, I'm there. I'm sat. And I have only read one of the book by Kerry Lake, which is Anathema, which is actually behind me, which was a 5-star read for me last year. So going into Nocticadia, I had really high expectations and I am enjoying it, but I just feel like Nocticadia is also very long, Anathema is also very long, but throughout the whole of Anathema there was a lot happening. I was really gripped. This one, stuff has been happening, but I just feel like we could have cut a good like 20% out of the book. Like, personal opinion, I feel like it's just been quite long and it doesn't need to be. And I felt myself just like not wanting to pick it up basically, which is why I moved to the audiobook, because I have loads of credits on Audible because I go through phases. Sometimes I'll audiobook, sometimes I just don't want to audiobook anything. And then also I have to really pick which books I'm going to audiobook, because sometimes I'll audiobook something and I think, no, I want to read it. Like, I want to experience it reading it, because I do think my experience is different when I listen to it to reading it. And if it's a really good audiobook, sometimes that means I prefer it. But if I just don't gel with it as an audiobook, it could ruin my experience, if that makes sense. So whenever I whenever I pick an audiobook, I am very careful. On that note as well though, if anyone has any audiobook recommendations, like books that you think are much better as an audio, please let me know, because I have loads of credits and I get too scared that I'm gonna regret listening to it as an audiobook and want to read it. Anyway, so that's where I am with Nocticadia. I think I'm currently sitting on like a 3.5 because yeah, I am enjoying it. I just wouldn't say it's fast paced enough for me currently. I feel like a lot has happened between the end, like at the end, sorry. And as much as like there's been twists, I feel like none of them have been that crazy. Like, none of them have been that crazy. And also, I feel like because it's a standalone, the ending feels slightly rushed. I feel like we've took all this time to get the answers we're getting now, even though I feel like a lot of the answers were very obvious personally. And now that we're getting them, it feels like we're on fast forward. I'm like, no, this is the bit I want to know more about. I want this bit prolonged and I want the other bit shortened. So the pacing side of it just isn't gelling with me exactly. but the audiobook has helped. I feel like if I didn't pick up the audiobook, I wouldn't be as far through. I feel like it would take me another day because yeah, I've been able to do stuff. I've just been like colouring whilst I do it. Like I'm just in my colouring era. I'm just loving it. Anyway, that aside, hopefully I'll have a full review for that shortly because I do hopefully plan on finishing it tonight. I need to sort something out for an assignment that I have due on Thursday. So I'm going to do a little bit of that and then finish off the audiobook. And then probably round off this video because this video's been longer than anticipated. Anyway, I also thought I would show you very, very quickly because I've just realised my camera's about to die. I got my Fairy Loot YA box for this month and I got Mortal Consequences, and just like how gorgeous is this? Like I'm obsessed. Anyway, I would like to talk a bit more, but my camera's literally flashing at me, so I'm gonna go and I'll catch up with you later. Hello everyone, please ignore the state of me. I'm literally about to get into bed. I'm in my pyjamas, so I'm literally ready to just get into bed and kind of like pass out because it's been a very long day. But I realised I haven't actually updated since Tuesday when I was finishing off Nocticadia. It is now Thursday, so I feel like I need to kind of update and end off this video because yeah, I feel like this is gonna kind of tie it all up. But I did finish Nocticadia on Tuesday evening. I then also did read, I didn't realise there's actually like a novella, and when I say a short novella I mean a short novella. It's literally like 70 pages, 80 pages long, from the sister's point of view, because Nocticadia is obviously a, god, how many cyclists? So Nocticadia is a standalone, but at the very end of it, it kind of leaves it on an open end with the sister in a slight way. I'm not going to say anything, but it leaves like a bit of a door with the sister. So I was like, right, was there meant to be a second book? Did it just not ever get published? And then I found out there is a short novella with the sister. So I did also read that. But going back to Nocticadia, I actually rated it a 3.5, which is still a good rating. I did expect myself to rate it like a 4.5 to be honest, because I love dark academia, I love like gothic fantasy, I love all of the like elements that put Nocticadia together, like the professor vibe, the mystery, like the way it was all set up. I normally love books like that, and I did really enjoy it. I did have a good time, but as I said, I did need to go to the audiobook to like kind of motivate me to finish it, and I would highly recommend the audiobook. I really did enjoy it, but yeah, it just, based on like other dark academia and gothic romances I've read, it didn't quite hit the same for me. I still had a good time with it. I loved the male main character, I loved the female main character, but it did feel too long for me. I feel like it was, how long is that, like 600 odd pages? I feel like we could have done it in like 450, maybe 500. I feel like, yeah, certain parts I was like, is this necessary? And then obviously the novella, I rated that a 2.5 because that I felt was highly, I don't even know if it did 2.5, I might have just done 2-star. I think it was a 2-star, which I don't do often to be honest, but it just felt very unnecessary and gruesome, if I'm honest. It was very gruesome and gory, and I didn't expect that, because even though there are some scenes in Nocticadia and that are a bit gruesome, it's nowhere, oh my gosh, sorry, my TV's just changed my, sorry, it is no way to the level of the novella, which is called Phobia. I downloaded it from Kerry Lake's like profile. I just googled, if you're interested, Phobia novella Kerry Lake, and it came up, and then I just like downloaded it onto my Kindle. But yeah, I did skim a fair bit of it, and for it to be 70 pages and for me to skim, because I kind of feel like if we're gonna do something on the sister, do a book, like even a 300-page book. Like I just felt like it didn't add anything, it was unnecessary, it was very gruesome, it was very gory, and it was just a load of like, sorry, what? So yeah, I mean, don't want to say I wouldn't recommend the novella, because I guess when you do finish Nocticadia, you're left on like a, oh, didn't expect that. But yeah, I wouldn't go in expecting high hopes, depending on what you like. If you don't mind that kind of thing, you may really enjoy it, but personally, yeah, it wasn't for me. Anyway, so that kind of concludes this video. I'm really sorry, I feel like I didn't get many clips of me reading things and like any live reactions or just like me going through it in real time with you. So I do really apologise. I will try and do better for the next reading vlog this week and a bit of like the last week that I've been filming. It's just been a bit manic, and yeah, I've started a new course. It is over within the next few weeks, so that will mean I will have more time to do more like regular uploading, putting in more time filming. But yeah, as I said, at the minute it has just been a little bit everywhere, and I apologise. I feel like I could have done better and I could have got better clips, but next time. We live and we learn, and yeah, I'm sure, fingers crossed, the next time I post a reading vlog it will be a little bit more in depth. And yeah, so anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, let me know if you've read any of today's books or if you plan to read them, and yeah, hopefully I will see you again soon.